All right, so I thought I'd do something real quick on my phone. Well, I've got a chance today to just talk about how I'm approaching this stuff, and I mean, we can all approach it however we like, but just to kind of lay out how I'm trying to think about things. Basically, I'm working on this seventh position right now, and I'll probably add to this, especially as the whole book kind of cycles in the same way. I would foresee in the future just working other positions and adding them in at the same time as I become more comfortable. But anyway, for right now, my reference is basically, and this is the way Reg looks at things. It's a little different. In the past, I think I I followed roots more, so it would be the root of the chord. Anyway, the roots kind of go in an order, they kind of do certain things, and then you're kind of memorizing fingering patterns and cycles, and it's hard to think about absolute pitch. So one thing I do like about this book is that it kind of randomizes the order of the chords you play. So when they're in minor thirds, it really disrupts some of that. You've got to have a connection to where things are in reference to the position you're in. So I actually like that kind of disruptive aspect because I'm trying to uh, link things to absolute pitch. So C is my reference. So I think about things like if C is the root. Let me just. I've been doing all these different patterns. Anyway, the first week. So if I'm doing that in fourths. Sorry. So there's. So there are seven. If you think of this position as one thing and you're working from a seven position thing, C could be the root, C could be the second, C could be the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then flat seven in reference to the position, but I'm not going to overanalyze that now, but that's what it kind of ends up being. So anyway, those are seven positions, and then just arbitrarily for now, the ones that don't fall within that, I'm going to just take up a fret. So that just leaves me with the other keys. So if I keep cycling around, I'm going up at the end of that last cycle. I'll see. No, that's not. Okay, that's the last one before I shift. So now I'm basically in sixth position. So I'm thinking more in terms of B natural. And then I'm at D, which I could do there, but since I can do D from here, I've already got that one covered. So that helps when I get to, so basically with seven positions, you've got two positions you can kind of do that out of. So I would imagine if you're doing caged, and I'd be interested in hearing how other people think about this, but when I did caged, or when I tried to think about things that way, I was always thinking in fourths. So in caged to be fourths, it'd be so five positions, and then that's the next five, and then you've got two more. No, you don't. You got more. Hang on, let me think. Okay, D was the first one, and then you're back to D. So I always would take, one leads into another. So this one, leads into this, and by that I mean that. So anyway, one leads down to the next position, and then the next one leads down to the next position. But if I change the order, and this is probably where I got warped out a few years ago when I first looked at this, if you change the order and you do it in minor thirds or you do it in half steps, that suddenly, 2 frets away maybe doesn't work. So I would imagine that if I was doing caged, I'm probably doing, hang on, let me start here. So starting with D. Now, once you're to that point, the next one is E. After that is after B is going to be E. So I would imagine I would take it up here so that I'm a fret down from C and a fret up, and that's kind of arbitrary. You could back cycle each one different, or cycle them different directions of the circle of fourths, and you could do some of them up and some of them down just based on comfort. There's some overlap, but yeah, I would probably, and that would be more of a caged fingering. So that's A, and then I'm back to D.